1. Remembering Wayne Thomas, a legacy in hockey. 2. Remembering Wayne Thomas, San Jose Sharks legend and NHL pioneer, 1947 to 2025. 3. Remembering Wayne Thomas, NHL goalie turned Sharks executive who passed away at 77. 1. Remembering Wayne Thomas, a legacy in hockey. The hockey world has lost a remarkable figure. Wayne Thomas, a former goaltender for the Montreal Canadiens, Toronto Maple Leafs and New York Rangers, has passed away at the age of 77. His death, announced by the San Jose Sharks, was due to cancer, and he spent his final moments peacefully at home, surrounded by his loved ones. Born on October 9, 1947, in Ottawa, Thomas began his journey in hockey with the Ottawa Capitals in the Central Canada Hockey League from 1963 to 1967, where he earned the title of the league's top goalie in the 1965-66 season. His talent led him to the University of Wisconsin, where he played 3 years of varsity hockey under the guidance of coach Bob Johnson. Notably, he achieved a shutout in his debut game in 1968, leading his team to an impressive 11-0 victory over Pennsylvania. In 1970, during Wisconsin's inaugural season in the WCHA, he played a crucial role in guiding the team to the prestigious Frozen Four tournament. Initially, Thomas's NHL rights were held by the Maple Leafs, but in 1968, he was traded to the Los Angeles Kings along with forwards Gary Croteau and Brian Murphy in exchange for forward Grant Moore and defenseman Lou DeVault. Later, on May 22, 1970, he was involved in a significant six-player trade that sent him to the Canadiens, where he joined defenseman Greg Boddy and forward Leon Rockefort in return for forwards Lucien Grenier and Larry Mickey, as well as goalie Jack Norris. From 1970 to 1972, Thomas played in the American Hockey League with the Montreal and Nova Scotia teams, where he celebrated a Calder Cup victory with Nova Scotia. He made his NHL debut in 1972 with the Canadiens, making history as the 10th goalie in NHL history to achieve a shutout in his first game, which was a 3-0 win against the Vancouver Canucks. That season, he won his first 7 home starts, finishing with an impressive 8-1-0 record, a 2.37 goals against average, and a .911 save percentage, contributing to the Canadiens' Stanley Cup triumph. In the 1973-74 season, Thomas recorded a 2.77 GAA, ranking 4th in the NHL, and on March 10, 1974, he set a Canadiens record with 53 saves in a thrilling 5-4 victory over the Pittsburgh Penguins, a record that was later matched by Carey Price in 2009. On June 17, 1975, Thomas was traded to the Maple Leafs for a first-round pick in the 1976 NHL draft, which turned out to be Peter Lee. During the 1975-76 season, he played a career-high 64 games, achieving 28 wins and earning a spot in the NHL All-Star Game. The New York Rangers claimed Thomas on October 10, 1977, during the league's waiver draft, and he spent the next 4 seasons with them. He concluded his NHL playing career in 1981, amassing a record of 103 wins, 93 losses and 34 ties, with a 3.34 GAA, a .891 save percentage, and 10 shutouts across 243 games, including 15 playoff appearances. After hanging up his skates, Thomas transitioned to coaching, starting as a goaltending coach for the Rangers until the end of the 1984-85 season. In 1985, he took the helm as head coach of the Salt Lake Golden Eagles in the International Hockey League, leading the team to a league championship in his second year, and earning the Commissioner's Trophy as the IHL's Coach of the Year. From 1986 to 1993, Thomas served as an assistant coach for the Chicago Blackhawks and St. Louis Blues before joining the Sharks in 1993 as an assistant to the general manager and an assistant coach. Over the next 21 years, he advanced to a more prominent role, working closely with Sharks goaltenders, and eventually becoming the team's assistant general manager. In 2015, after an impressive 45-year career in professional hockey, Thomas retired from the Sharks, leaving behind a legacy that will be remembered by fans and players alike. His contributions to the sport and the lives he touched will not be forgotten. What are your thoughts on Thomas's impact on hockey? Did he receive the recognition he deserved during his career? Share your opinions in the comments below. 2. Remembering Wayne Thomas, San Jose Sharks legend and NHL pioneer, 1947 to 2025. Tragedy strikes the hockey world as a legend who shaped generations of players and coaches passes away, leaving behind a legacy etched into the heart of the game. Wayne Thomas, the iconic figure who spent over 4 decades in professional hockey, has died at 77 after a courageous battle with cancer. But here's where it gets controversial. How many of us truly grasp the depth of his influence beyond the stats and titles? Let's dive into the story of a man whose journey spanned 3 original 6 franchises, pioneered coaching innovations, and quietly revolutionized how teams develop goaltenders. And this is the part most people miss. His work with the San Jose Sharks wasn't just about wins and losses. It was about building a culture that outlasted his tenure. Born in Ottawa in 1947, Thomas's career began in the NHL in 1972, where he quickly made waves. Did you know he was the 10th goalie in history to post a shutout in his debut? That 3-0 win against the Vancouver Canucks wasn't just a personal milestone. It set the tone for a decade-long career that included stints with the Canadiens, Maple Leafs, and Rangers. But here's a twist. His path to stardom wasn't linear. Originally drafted by Toronto, he was traded to the Kings in 1968, then to Montreal in 1970. A move that would see him win the Calder Cup in 1972 with the Nova Scotia Voyageurs. Was this trade a blessing in disguise, or a fluke of fate? The debate continues. After hanging. 3. Remembering Wayne Thomas, NHL goalie turned Sharks executive who passed away at 77. Wayne Thomas, a former NHL goaltender and longtime hockey executive, has passed away at the age of 77 after battling cancer. This news was confirmed by a spokesperson for the San Jose Sharks, who shared that Thomas died peacefully at his home in Falmouth, Massachusetts. The team received the sad update from his family on Wednesday. Born and raised in Ottawa, Thomas had a notable playing career as a goaltender in the NHL, guarding the nets for the Montreal Canadiens, Toronto Maple Leafs, and New York Rangers between 1973 and 1980. But here's where it gets interesting. Rather than stepping away from the sport after his playing days, Thomas immediately transitioned into coaching, demonstrating a deep passion for hockey that extended well beyond his time on the ice. He served as an assistant coach for several NHL teams, including the New York Rangers, Chicago Blackhawks, St. Louis Blues, and San Jose Sharks. Additionally, Thomas took on head coaching roles in the International Hockey League, leading teams based in Salt Lake City and Peoria, Illinois. His coaching career showcased his versatility and commitment to developing players at various levels of professional hockey. Perhaps most impressively, Thomas dedicated nearly 20 years to the San Jose Sharks front office, from the mid-1990s until 2015. During this period, he held key leadership positions such as assistant general manager and vice president of hockey operations. He was also responsible for overseeing the Sharks' American Hockey League affiliate, playing a crucial role in shaping the organization's future talent pipeline. And this is the part most people miss. Thomas's influence extended far beyond his on-ice performance. His work behind the scenes helped build the foundation for the Sharks' sustained competitiveness in the NHL. His career trajectory, from player to coach to executive, raises an important question. In professional sports, how often do we truly appreciate the impact of those who contribute off the ice or field? Wayne Thomas's legacy is a testament to the many ways one can leave a lasting mark on the game of hockey. What do you think? Should more attention be given to the executives and coaches who shape teams behind the scenes? Or is the spotlight rightfully reserved for the players? Share your thoughts and join the conversation.